Hey guys, this is Misty Blu, and I wanted to do something that for a while actually I seen an article and read it. I think it's a magazine, but I found it online, and it was this Asian lady, and I'll show you a picture of her, and it just showed how makeup can transform her face. And in this generation and in this trend and in this state of life, we have become more intoxicated with makeup than 20 years ago. Makeup was like only for like whores or some woman that's trying to seduce or get her way, so to speak. But now makeup is becoming more embraced by a lot of more women than it did then. Makeup was like almost a forbidden thing. Back to the Korean lady, she kind of just had her face divided, and she just showed how, which the product they were trying to push out enhanced the other side of her face to make her look more glamorous. So they just kind of was a before and the after photo, showed like this dramatic doll-like transformation that this Asian woman had become. And most Asians have like the slanted eyes, and they don't really have a crease. So one of the other things that a lot of the Asian women did or do is put like tape in their lids to give them a crease to make them look more American or Westernish. And they also dilate their eyes by using like doll-like contacts, which I love those. But and my eyes are not slanted, but they're very almond shaped and they're very small, so I can relate to wanting those bigger, beautiful eyes. So based on this particular lady, as I even look at it, the right side of her face in this photo, it just shows a woman with great bone structure. She has great glowing eyes, or skin rather, and she has very kind eyes. She's just as lovely without the makeup. I'm not taking away from her natural beauty. It's always good to be able to embrace, you know, your natural features, which I'm doing here. And that's one of the reasons I kind of wanted to start this video with no makeup on, just to show you that it's okay if you choose not to wear makeup. It's okay to just be you. And not saying when you put makeup on, you're not you, you're just like a dual you or alter ego you. So you see this, she's still lovely with makeup. She's even better without makeup, you know, so to speak. And, you know, it probably only took her about 5 minutes to do it, just to give herself a little bit more enhancement. So, you know, as I look at this, she put a little sweep of the smoke cat eye. She used a little blush to warm up her cheeks. She used a little gloss to give it that pop, and it possibly can be a look that can turn a head. You know, I'm not saying she used makeup to persuade people or pursue people, but people are image. We are a visual culture, and a lot of times people probably will respect you a lot more if you have the face, if you have the face or the look. I hate to say that, but that's true. If someone look at me, I probably wouldn't fit a lot of people's profile on how they see a woman should be. However, for others, I may be their best friend. That's my best friend. That's my best friend. So you see, some days you just want to be that, you know, get up and go girl. Maybe just with some fresh skin and like a easygoing mane. And then there are other days when we just want to be that out glamorous girl. We want to change our looks up and step into a room, you know, like we walking the red carpet. And there's nothing wrong with that. So you see the two sides of the face that this particular lady symbolizes to me is the duality of a woman. And we are all goddess. We are all precious. We are all queens. You know, there's no respecter of person. And we are all a being, one being. We're women. Hear us roar. You know, beautiful by nature you are, and by artifice. So why limit yourself, you know, to just one face when you can have so many more? I'm gonna do a talk through on why, or the power of makeup for me, as we've seen for her. And so I'm going to start by just kind of going through why I use what I use. And I usually prep my face, so I've already washed my face, and that's so important to get a nice canvas, even if that means you need to exfoliate beforehand or something like that, because you want to make sure that skin is really smooth as possible. And maybe you have acne or something, or scars or something that conflicts with that. So once you do the exfoliant, it kind of smooths that out a little bit more. And next thing that I do, I use moisturizer, because I was always taught as a kid, especially an African American, that we need to make sure our skin stays moisturized. And for us, the belief is that it'll keep your skin looking more youthful. So, not saying I have all the answers or if that's right or wrong, but it hasn't been proven wrong this far. And so I always make sure that I start with moisturizer, because the environment can take a toll on your skin, and you know, you just don't need those problems. You got 99 problems, but your skin's not one. Anyway. So yeah, start with a moisturizer. You want to bring that all the way down to your neckline, your shoulder blade, because you don't want to neglect your neck. Your neck is part of this whole process of transformation. You don't want to just have this cast or this mask or this masquerade wearing it around all day like you're just going to take it off. So next, what I do is I start my primers. My first primer, which I'm using in this video, is actually from Maybelline. And it doesn't have to be this brand or anything like that, if you can see it. It doesn't have to be this particular brand, but you can get a primer that's really great for your skin type. If it's oily, or if it's dry, or if you have blemishes, I think it's some that has like a little tint to it. But for this particular one, it's good for toning my imperfections, and it helps to kind of smooth my skin, and it's really lightweight and it's not oily, because naturally in my T-zone, which is here, I'm very oily. But one thing I do want to mention, other than the fact that this doesn't clog your pores, but if you have like a T-zone, which we call that like the oil spots, like maybe you're oily here and then dry here, I usually apply the primer in places that since this is not oily, it's supposed to not have any oil in it. It's supposed to be oil free. So I can put this actually all over my face, but say you have oil spots, you probably want to avoid the moisturizer in those areas, because it's just going to enhance those spots to get oilier faster. If that makes sense. So, but this pretty much, since it's non-oily, you can go ahead and put it on your entire face. But if you are dry, you want to apply the moisturizer on your entire face and then apply your primer. So I'll just put the primer all over, and you still want to bring that down, because you still want to work with those other areas that's connected to your face, which is here, and usually here as well. If you're going to be exposing this part of your body, you gotta, most of the time it's artistry right, or artistry law, I don't know what to call it. I haven't read my book in a long time, so I kind of feel in some terminology, so excuse me. But you want to make sure as a whole this works together. You know what I mean? I'm trying to use layman terms for you guys. So next, I also, since I'm going to be doing my eyes, I'm going to be using my Urban Decay primer on my eyes. And actually, this stuff I'm going to do a video on how to make your own primer, because if you can't afford this, you can always fall back on your do-it-yourself. So be looking forward to that video as well. You just want to warm it up, and then you want to apply it to the lids and up to the brow bone. And once you put that eyeshadow on there, it's going to set that primer, because right now it's oily and it's moving. It will set, but the powder actually just sets everything in, and then the primer does its job in not removing it allows the eyeshadow not to move around because it adheres to it. So so to speak, that's what's going to happen also with the primer on your face. You put the primer on your face and then you put your foundation on, and I'm using a lot of Maybelline products. I'm trying out their new Fit Me, and this one's really kind of too dark for my skin. I don't know, I would have to probably mix it because now we're transitioning to fall into winter, so my skin's going to lighten up a little bit more, a couple of shades more. So to me, it's starting to get a little dark. So actually, I'm going out today to go get some more foundation. I don't really keep a lot of foundation on hand, even though I use a lot, but I just like to see what's new and try to, you know, test it out to see if it's something I will like. Okay, so after we do the primer, I usually start with my foundation. But today for this video, I'm going to start with my shadow for one, because sometimes the powder can spill, get some spill outs, and once you put your foundation on, it'll clean those spill outs. So we're going to start with an eyeshadow, and I'm just using a lot of drugstore products because the average person don't want to be spending all this money. That most people that watch the video, they want to know how to do things affordable. If you want to go to the higher end, you can go to a higher end and do a dupe of this in the higher end. Or it's not really a dupe. I don't know who's the original, but who said they didn't make it first. So you're going to get a higher end version of this. But for this video, I'm using Maybelline's Blush Nudes, and it has really beautiful colors. It's a lot of springish colors, not a lot of fall colors in here. To me, it's more for spring, but it's okay. We're going to use it for this video. And so, since I put my primer on, you just want to take you some makeup mist instead. And I use this, or you can use, or you can just get you some eye drops, because this works as well. And what this does, it just helps the makeup to stick to your brush, so when you apply it, you won't get as much fallout. So you can either spread with your finished mist, or you can dab it a little few drops with your eye drops. I'm going to use this finished mist just because I have it available, so I'm going to use that. And I'm just going to spray my brush. And I'm going to take eyeshadow from this palette, and pretty much the power of makeup, because that's what we're talking about, is that if you look at my eyes, they are, this one is not so bad, but I have a lot of excess skin over my eye, which gives a little more definition to my eyes, and I use makeup for that. And I like the big, doll, beautiful eyes, so most of the looks that I curve my look around, usually I like it to be really dramatic, just to avoid looking so plain Jane and turn to like from boring to Barb. Okay, so I'm going to take, actually I'm going to use probably 4 shades. I'm going to use these here, these 4 here, these 4 shades here. And I'm going to start with the lightest shade, which is this lighter pink, and here. And I'm going to apply it to my entire eye. I'm going to apply it to my entire eye. Apply it to your entire eye, the lightest shade that you decide that you want to use. And this also sets the primer that you put on previously, and as well, it gives you like a flat canvas. Like, I'm a darker shade, so it lightens up this part of my eye, so the other shades that I put on top or build on top of it, you can begin to see the transition through the different dimensions of the makeup to bring it and give it that overall look. So that's one reason I always put like a lighter primer. It's not so much a primer, but like a lighter base to my entire eye. So that's why I'm doing this. And this just gets the process going. And I'm going to do that with the other side as well. I usually don't do talk-throughs because it seems like it makes the video so much longer. And I don't want you guys to get bored. But I really wanted to emphasize the power of makeup and why I particularly like to wear makeup. You would be surprised that not so long ago I couldn't stand makeup. I would make fun of girls that wore makeup. I would call them Miss Cover Girl. Because Because, you know, that was the brand of the makeup that was like popular back then. So I call her Miss CoverGirl or Miss Maybelline and just make fun of them. Now look at me, trying to be a bully, end up embracing the very thing that I bully. One thing I thought about this, it don't pick up a lot of product. I don't know, just because I'm dark skinned. It probably is a struggle for most dark skinned women. So we're going to make it work. So that's me. This is me with the lighter shade eyeshadow, and this is my canvas. And next I'm going to take the next shade, will be this one, which is like a, I don't know, brownish, some type of shade. I don't know what color that is. That one sound all fancy. I don't know. It's okay not to know, right? And I'm going to take my, what brush am I going to use? I'm going to take my blending brush. I guess I should. You can use an angle brush too, but I'm going to take my blending brush because I want to get inside this crease, and I'm going to take this next shade and I'm going to take this shade and I'm going to apply it. Guess where? This goes on the base of my eye. And I'm just building up on the color and the different transitions. So that just go on my base. I'm really working on a new camera, guys, so bear with me. I broke like 3 or 4 cameras since I've been doing YouTube, and I just got pretty lazy doing videos, so I didn't even entertain getting a new camera. So I've been using my backup camera to make my videos because I guess I was punishing myself for breaking so many darn cameras. Well, one of them got stolen and then one broke and yada 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 yada. So yeah, I'm going to continue to apply that to the base of my eye. And there you have it. Sorry if you can't see it that good, but it's actually there. I'm not even kidding. Okay, so now we're going to take the third shade of this eyeshadow, which would be this shade here. And basically we're going to use this to contour our crease with. So that's why I'm going to take my blending brush because it has this nice little angle to it. So you can see the angle of the brush. Just to see the angle of this brush, it gets really good in my crease. And I'm going to take that shade and I'm just going to apply it to the crease, my eye, and the crease of my eye. Crease, crease, crease. And this just gives me a smoke look. And to me, it gives me a transition. So my crease will kind of show some dramatic transformation. But this is really a subtle color, so it won't be too bad. Smoke don't always mean black, and it doesn't always mean dark colors. Sometimes you can smoke it with just some moderate, very pasty, lighter tones. I don't know if I use that word right, but it's okay. So I'm gonna put down my crease, and it's not even really about, you know, me making the video. It's not really about seeing the look. It's just about showing how it actually transforms a person from mediocre to like this different kind of person. And so we just put that in the crease. And we're going to use this last color for the outer V, which is right here. It's a really pretty color. It's like a mahogany-ish, sparkly-ish shade. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it in my outer V. You can see already how it's starting to bring that eye to life. That's my favorite part of this is my outer V. That's things happen. People are stranger, maybe a stranger. People are stranger, maybe they're alone. Don't you guys remember that song? Did you guys watch Lost Boys? It was like a vampire movie, and it's Halloween, so I guess I can talk about this. But that movie was fantastic. I love that movie. I had a big crush on Michael, the guy that was like the main character in Kiefer Sutherland in his younger days. So yeah, okay. You can kind of carry it underneath, and you see there that starts to come to life, and you can blend it out more in a minute. I usually just take it and kind of alright. Then you're gonna take it and do the other side the same way. This is the eye being transformed. And so next what I would do is use some liquid liner, and because I like big eyes, so with the liquid liner I start I just make a line across my upper lash line, and I kind of slant it out a little bit because I want to make my eyes appear bigger. So I don't go all the way across my eye because my eye is like an almond, so it goes like this. So I bring it more winged. I wing it a lot more just so it can look a little more wider. And I still have blue on my eye from my lashes from yesterday. So I'm having a little problem here. Technical difficulties, sorry. And we're going to add some lashes to this to make it even more dramatic. Because I like big eyes. I like big eyes and I cannot lie. Those other... Okay, anyway. We're going to do that to the other side. Alright, so that just gives... I just like put my liner on before I put my lashes on. Just so it can build a foundation. My eyes bigger. I like big eyes. Alright, now that we did that, I'm going to put my lashes on after I put my foundation on. So now I'm going to do my brows, because you see my brows, they're really sparse. They're missing pieces and they're just not right. So the reason that's why I fill my brows in, just to make it a little bit more organized. It doesn't look so organized. It doesn't look very organized right now, so that's what I'm going to do next. Make my brows out. How you add it, put your little lip balm on, because like this season dry lips are inevitable. So you want to make sure you start off with some lip balm so it can be softening up while you're putting the rest of your foundation and makeup on. After you complete your look, then you can wipe it off. So we'll get to that part. I did a tutorial on how to do brows, so you can click on the card that's going to be attached to this video, or you can look in the information bar and you can get that video. It's very much at your access. It's very much accessible for you to get it. So I'm just gonna throw this in. And I don't usually go all the way to the end of my brow because I like to blend it out, make it look more natural with strokes instead of drawing it on. And this just gives me more fullness. Pretty good at makeup. You can take a little eyeshadow and kind of blend out the beginning. The eyeshadow to blend into the pencil. So it look a little more natural. Okay guys, so this is the brow. I made them a little bit more dramatic than I wanted to today, but it's okay. It's okay, right? And you just want to put a little bit of eyebrow gel, and this is just going to set them in place. I kind of do mine straight up because I can really see those hairs and it looks more natural than me just drawing them. They kind of shows the hairs a little. So now the fun part, the foundation, and I'm going to go back and do the lashes after. Because I'm running out of time, because I've used so much time getting this video together, I'm going to go ahead and just do a voiceover and explain what I'm doing as I put on my makeup. So keep watching, and I'll see you at the end of this video. Deuces! So there you have it, guys. Power makeup. I transformed from this to this. So you don't have to be extreme as I have done or anything, but I just have a lot of deficiencies. I just have a lot of issues with the makeup of the structure of my face, so I allow makeup to correct those structure forms into more of a my structure, so my strong features can be more softened. And pretty much that's why I like to wear makeup when I do wear it. I am very happy with what I look like without makeup, but I simply love what I look like with makeup. It just makes me transform to this other me, my duality Misty. So don't let anybody make you think you're inferior if you wear makeup, and don't make them think you're inferior if you don't wear makeup. It's not really about what's on the outer adornment of an individual, it's what's in our heart. So you can be the best looking person in the world, have the ugliest heart, and you can be the not most attractive person and have the best heart in the world. So always be yourself and know that you are beautiful. As always, stay connected and God bless. Bye guys. So I kind of try to what am I trying to say? So I try. Okay, so this is your lash here. As you can see, these are the lashes. And I'm just going to grab a lash. And I have some cute tips as well. I'll keep them in your view so you have an idea. So what I'm going to do is take my baby oil. And I'm going to dip swab in there only once. If you dip it again, make sure you use a clean side. You want to be as sanitary as possible when you're cleaning things that are containing to your body and your face. So basically, I just take the lash and I just rub it with the baby wipe. And they also have makeup cleaner which you can use. And since I don't have any makeup cleaner, I use this other do-it-yourself type makeup remover. And I just saturate the lash really good with the oil. Try to retain the shape of that lash. And I'll just take